It is 2016, the roads are plagued with pranksters and music. At this point, bodybuilding or even simply lifting heavy weights attracted a meathead and douchebaggish stereotype. However, a seed for a revolutionary reshaping of how an entire generation viewed these gym-obsessed individuals had been planted. Anime. Anime became extremely popular and normalized around 2016 to 2017, and when you sink your time into enjoying and becoming invested into a show, inspiration can often become an effect of this, and especially when the show is centered around something like becoming the best. For example, Naruto, a show in which a boy who had all of the odds against him grew up and developed to become the strongest shinobi in the entire world. However, in a show such as Baki, inspiration can shine through to the audience far easier, due to Baki being centered around martial arts and training, rather than chakras and magic. And this had all been skyrocketed during the pandemic. Everyone was locked indoors, not being able to leave due to a virus that could kill you, with even the vaccine's legitimacy being put into question. As a result, everyone was at home watching more shows than ever, and most likely not going to the gym. But the great part about Baki is that Baki can spark a particular inspiration that, if pursued, can be sought out no matter what. Baki showcases fitness in a way that not only seems cool in general, but also in a way that could make the viewer relate, as we were able to see Baki's journey from him starting out as a mere teenager, to Baki working hard enough to overcome and defeat his opponents that were far stronger than him at one point, allowing us to experience, and for some, even see themselves in Baki's evolution. And not only were we able to experience Baki's journey, but also countless other characters, as the author Itagaki has managed to showcase almost every possible form of human, and just how they would fare against other genre of body types and sports. From biological specimens, doped up steroid users, teenagers, mob bosses, prehistoric humans, sumo wrestlers, and even old men. If you are a human, there is more likely than not a chance that your archetype has been showcased in Baki. And this relatability has allowed Baki to inspire almost anybody. And something that goes hand in hand with relatability is immersion, or otherwise, the having of a mental deep involvement into something. The immersion that the viewer can have with Baki is far easier to gain for numerous reasons, but primarily due to the characters in Baki either being or trying to be what we as people strive to be, the best versions of ourselves. The fighters of Baki are the peak humans of their entire universe, that at the same time battle each other in order to truly prove themselves as the best that there is. And that message tends to resonate with certain people, and Baki does not only attract one particular regional audience. As though Baki is made in Japan, the series showcases a variety of fighting styles from different cultures, introducing audiences to disciplines such as judo, sumo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and Shaolin Kung Fu. This exposure has helped foster greater appreciation for martial arts traditions from all around the world. And also, Baki has influenced gym culture in numerous ways. Though anime very often showcases near impossible physiques, I believe Baki did this in the best way possible, as the author Keisuke Itagaki had deeply studied and indulged himself into human anatomy in order to truly showcase the fighters of Baki in the best way possible, with bodybuilders such as Shizzy and even Sam Sulek having referenced Baki at one point or another, with Shizzy even giving himself the hairstyle of Jack Hanma in order to mimic Jack's look. And as the Baki saga began to rise in popularity, a large shift began to start. People began making edits of the series, utilizing different types of music such as funk, bringing a similar effect to the likes of Ziz, who is a pioneer in the fitness community that not only helped popularize it but also helped build it up. And due to these Baki edits soaring in popularity and taking over algorithms, these edits were taking the impact that Baki had and amplifying it by 10. After watching a good Baki edit, if you had liked that video, then one thing may lead to another, and all of a sudden, TikTok is feeding you a fitness-themed algorithm, and the media that you intake can genuinely shape the way that you behave. And though this conversation could, I guess, be dismissed as a person just being too invested into some pixels on a screen, I believe that the internet has become far too popular, integrated, and normalized in society for anything to be just dismissed as pixels on your screen. Your bank, your email, and even your job are managed through the internet. Everything is digital. And as the algorithm of edits boomed, viewers were inspired to take on things such as weightlifting and martial arts, with some creators even forming routines that you could follow that coordinates almost perfectly with the Baki series. And not only are viewers inspired to seek out physical strength, but I believe that Baki also gives a fresh and fairly understandable perspective on strength and power in general. Baki showcases strength as not just simply how much weight you can move or pick up with your body, but also mentally. And while Baki does showcase great feats of physical strength, Baki also showcases the power of the mind, with fighters such as Dappo Orochi or even the legendary swordsman Musashi Miyamoto not being the physically strongest in the series, but still managing to keep up with, or in Musashi Miyamoto's case, even rival the strongest characters in the entire Baki series, through the use of strategy and technique, as well as the author Itagaki putting the side effects of things such as steroids on showcase, in order to truly represent the ups and downs of shortcuts such as steroids. And this perspective can apply for the viewer in numerous ways, but one that comes in mind for me specifically is how Baki can make you reflect on your capabilities as a human. After watching Baki for the first time, I began to question my own strengths and why I was not going to the gym and becoming better as a human. I mean, after all, the human species' greatest factor is our adaptability, and Baki made me realize, damn, I should probably improve and get stronger. And even though simply watching Baki will not make you become better or stronger, this series truly can help you kickstart your journey. And once something becomes routine, you will only get better at it. But that is going to be all for today's video. Let me know in the comment section below, did you enjoy? And if you enjoyed today's video and would like to support me, then you can leave a like and subscribe. It is completely free on your end and helps me out way more than you may think. And if you would like to interact with me, my community, show off your art, drop some memes, talk in general, or maybe even self-promote, then you can join the Discord that can be found in the description box below. But that will be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!